Today we're working on this big air turnover unit. It's having some issues. I'll show you what we got. So we got our power head here, and we got a 7800 Honeywell control on it. And I got it plugged in right now. We're on our fault history. We'll click into that. We are on H1, which is our first history. We'll scroll down. We're having a fault code 9, which is flame detection. According to the fault history, about every 10 cycles, this thing has a flame detection issue. So we're gonna start it up right now. Currently we're on night setback, so we're gonna turn this one up. Should fire up for us. First thing it's going to do is it's going to go through a purge, and it's going to actuate our high and low fire. So this actuator is going to open all the way up, and then it's going to close back down. Violet is lit. Now the main burners are going to come on. There we go. Fires up nicely. So it's running pretty good, not having any issues really. I'm going to cycle it a few more times and see what happens. So on this unit we got 3 thermostats. One's daytime, one's nighttime setback, and one's a rheostat for the modulating control. This is our gas valve for the modulating control. If I go down here and turn this up a little bit, watch that modulate. Opening up a little bit. Now we're on high fire. If I bring it down, it should lower off. There we go, it's coming back. They don't really affect us much. They all seem to be working good. We're having some issue up there with fire detection. This conduit runs down and it comes to a UV sensor, which is actually like a little eyeball. It shoots down into there and it detects the flame. And when that gets 5 volts, that's when the controller says we got flame. And it'll read 5 volts right there on the controller when that sensor can see a flame inside the burner here. This is our Honeywell actuator. This is what turns high and low fire on. I got the cover pulled off for you. If you look down in here, we got 2 micro switches, one here and one here. There's a little cam gear. That cam gear will turn. When it hits a certain position, it'll open and close those micro switches. So when it turns all the way one way, that's high fire. Then when it turns back the other way, it'll close the low fire switch, which tells the 7800 controller what position it's in. So we might be having issues with that. I kind of noticed. We're going to turn it back off. Now we're going to completely shut power down. So up inside of here, you got this switch and that switch, and they have a little lever on them. If you can see, they move in and out. So if we rotate this cam, now that switch is closed. So what I think it was doing is that little micro switch was closing before it was in low fire, if that makes sense. So that switch was telling the ignition controller, Hey, we're in low fire, but the actual actuator wasn't all the way down. So right there, I think was our issue with one of those cam gears. This actuator is new, so I think somebody maybe installed it wrong. What I've seen happening is this Honeywell controller was saying it was in low fire before the actuator was fully closed. So I think that this, let me see, it was in the open position. It wasn't all the way closed before the Honeywell controller was trying to ignite the burners. So that kind of causes some issues. So I think now we're going to cycle it and see where that micro switch clicks. Is it in the closed position or is it slightly open? We'll fire it back up. Should hear inducer motor, power vent motor. Should come on. Now we should watch this move. It's moving back and forth now. So it's going to go up. It's going to rest there for a minute. And then when it comes down, that's going back to low fire. Now, we'll have a little bit of a delay, and it'll start coming back down. And we want to see when that thing is at closed position, we want to see our ignition controller firing up. Okay, it's moving back down now. It's coming down, it's going to come down. We should watch our valve go to closed position. There, we're at closed position. And it hasn't tried to start the pilot yet. I might have adjusted it a little bit too wrong. You see that? Low fire switch. Okay, I just tweaked that cam gear a little bit more. Now we got the pilot to light, and now main burners are going to come on. They fired up. Now I'm going to cycle it again, turn it back off. And then we'll wait a little bit and we'll turn it back on. Okay, we went all the way open, and now we're going back. We're closing the valve. This is closing. We want to see that hit that pin before our ignition controller turns the pilot on. So we're waiting. We're waiting for the low fire switch. Once that clicks, we should be good. There we go, pilot's lighting. And our valve is fully closed. So now it should fire up. There we go. So it fired up. We got 5 volts coming from our UV sensor. This guy over here. That guy right there. Seems like it's running pretty good. Nice blue flame. Hopefully I did a good job explaining this to you guys. It's kind of complicated. If you know those actuators, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, I'm hoping I did a good job explaining it. But we cycled this on and off a few times. I'm hoping it stays running. I'm hoping we have no more issues. Peace.